Hi everyone. Just waiting to see if this is live. Computer's doing something fun. Okay, I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds to make sure this is working and to give people a chance to jump on board. Okay, and while we do that, I will find what I'm going to be talking about. Alrighty. So today, let's have a look. So I'm super excited to be here today. I've wanted to bring this program to life for almost a year. Thanks COVID for putting the brakes on, but here we are because I know that there is going to come a time really soon when we are all going to be able to travel again. It's all going to be safe to travel again. So this is 5-day challenge is all about preparing you for that day. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Tegan Marshall and welcome to the 5-day Freedom Lifestyle Challenge. I'm originally from Australia, and for the past 5 years my husband and I have been travelling the globe, living our dream life after leaving our mundane existence that included like a 2 to 4 hour commute to work each day and just hanging out for our next holiday. So this week we're going to show you how you can actually enjoy this lifestyle too, and while you're still young enough to enjoy it. Okay, we're also going to bust some myths such as it's too expensive to travel comfortably and you've got to wait until retirement to do it. And we're going to show you how we actually did it for under 15K each per year. That's all our travel and all our accommodation expenses except for food. So, and we're going to support you to create a plan so that you can achieve your dream lifestyle goals, whether that's traveling the world like us or whether it's jumping in a gorgeous van and going around your country, or just having the freedom to choose what you actually want to do and if you want to go visit family at the drop of a hat. Okay, so I'm just going to address 2 elephants in the room. This is not a multi-level marketing, nor will you have to become the next Instagram influencer. If you ever check my Instagram account, it's pretty average. We're going to show you ways that you can actually do it with legitimate businesses, not saying multi-level marketing isn't, but it's, just different types of businesses. And as we're all aware of the COVID restrictions worldwide, I touched on it earlier, but we are preparing you for when we can travel again. It does take a while to kind of prepare. I mean, when we were in our 20s, it was so much easier. We could just literally go, here's my stuff, mum and dad, see ya, and chuck some clothes in a backpack and off you go. You were free, you didn't have responsibilities. At our age, it's a little bit different. So we believe in planning things out, preparing, making sure that you've got all your bases covered, and that's how we love to help you to actually do that. So, hence this challenge and our Courage to Travel course, which are designed for the more mature person, but please don't ever grow up, who wants to live the wealthy nomadic lifestyle without jeopardizing their retirement. So when we first looked at this over 7 years ago now, we kind of thought of digital nomads as being backpackers who kind of had to live on the smell of an oily rag, but there's a different way to do it. You don't have to backpack and you can do it very comfortably for less than $15,000 each. Okay, we only have 5 minutes, so there's no time for fluff, so I need to get straight to the point, I've been told by my better half. So let's jump into this. So today, I'm going to take you through your, what I call playbook, because I don't like the idea of work. Just sounds like hard work. So workbook, nah. Playbook, much more fun. And I'm going to take you through our method over the next 5 days, which is the dream, plan, do. Very simple. Dream, plan it, do it. So over the next 5 days, we're going to introduce you to that method. And although we can't give you absolutely everything we want to give you, we'll give you as much as we possibly can. And our Courage to Travel course goes into it much more detail. Alrighty, so you're going to be able to download the playbook at the end of this, so it'll be underneath the live, and I'll also put it in the replay page as well, so you've got that as well. So in your playbook, you're going to get to write your ideal day, and this is important to really get clear on what it is that you really want. So what you're going to do is write your ideal day that's in the future, whether that's a year's time or 2 years' time. Yeah, 3 at the most, but let's plan your ideal day for then. And it's going to be about what you're working on, who you're spending time with, what you get to experience in that day. And, be creative. Don't put any limits on it. Anything is possible. If any of you know my story, I came from a farm in the middle of nowhere in Australia, and here I am sitting in the beautiful penthouse in the Caribbean. Wonderful. I mean, who would have guessed? So anything is possible. If I can do it, you can too. So the other thing with your ideal day is to be realistic. So not a long lunch day every day, because we do still have to work and make some money so that we can afford this lifestyle and save for our retirement. My mother-in-law still actually thinks that all we do all day is just have long lunches and play on Facebook. So the other thing to remember is to book one meeting a day. It's really great, and the dream is to hang out in your PJs, and I'll be honest, most of the day I wear either a bikini or my pajamas or whatever, but it's very important to keep you focused, to kind of book at least one meeting in a day. So another thing to remember when you do your ideal day is, will you get up and go for a walk in the beach in the morning, or do some yoga, play with the kids? So include some sort of health and fitness, because it's really important to maintain that. Will you include an excursion to visit a museum or a gallery or a tourist attraction? And the benefit of our lifestyle is you get to go to those when they're not busy. You get to choose, because you're not rushing around doing the tourist thing. And last thing on your ideal day is balance between business, family and friends, health, which is mind and body health, rest and relaxation for yourself, R&R for yourself, and also just life experiences to make sure that you're really, doing what you came here to do. There's nothing worse than starting an online business to live the dream lifestyle and then not having any time to actually experience the local culture and the beautiful things you want to see. Okay, the other thing we're going to do today is take you through a travel style quiz. So it's super important to set yourself up with knowing exactly what your style of travel is. Otherwise, you could end up stuck in a not so great hotel and really not enjoying it. So things to remember. Questions we'll take you through in your playbook are going to be, do you like, and these are all things to think about and to get clear on, is, do you like tropical temperatures? Do you like desert, nice and dry? My hair hates humidity, but I love tropical and warm environments. Do you prefer forest in comparison to maybe a snow beach? What sort of temperature and climate do you like? For example, in Thailand, there's actually two very different kind of temperatures. There's the beach in Phuket, and then if you go into the mountains, it's a lot cooler, so it's very different. So these are the things you need to think about, what you really like. Then of course there's the different types of accommodations. So do you prefer a hotel or a resort lifestyle? We love resort lifestyles because everything's provided and you feel like you're on holiday the whole time. I guess you do in a hotel as well, but I just love the resort style. Do you prefer a villa or like a hotel room, or you could even, what about, have you considered house sitting if you love animals like we do, or maybe a house swap, or maybe using Airbnb or booking.com, some of the places you can find in there. What is your style? What sort of where are you going to feel comfortable, the most comfortable? Another thing to consider is, I guess, your personality. Do you prefer kind of calm, serenity, or do you prefer fast-paced, or do you prefer adventure, or more kind of cultural, intellectual kind of experiences? Or do you prefer a mixture of all of them? We like to stay not quite right in the middle of it. We're kind of past nightclubs. So we prefer just a little bit out so that we still get, a kind of nice balance between things happening and, the quietness of it as well. You might choose to, if you're more prefer the calm, serenity kind of romantic things, you might prefer, going to Venice with more, with rides on the gondola and stuff like that. That's not what they're called. those boat things anyway. Or you might prefer downtown Bangkok with the hustle and bustle and the shops and everything like that. Or you might prefer hiking the Himalayas or exploring, historic sites in Cairo. Getting clear on your personality, travel personality, is really important. Another thing is, do you prefer city? Do you prefer country, beach, mountains? And what sort of environment are you happiest? I'm happiest when I'm near water, so we always try and sort of be near water. Do you need, I've gone over time trying to get through this as quickly as possible for you. Do you like, what sort of amenities need to be there? Food, gym, spa, hair, shops, hairdressing salons, shops, all those sorts of things. What do you need to be near? Do you prefer driving yourself or getting taxis? Do you like flying or boating? Or do you prefer train or bus? These are the things you need to think about, language, cultural differences. Before you even think of like planning out your where you want to go, these are all things to think about, which is why we're giving you this travel personality kind of style quiz. And the other things too to think about, are you really safety conscious? Maybe if you're a solo female traveller, I travelled on my own for a while before I met my man. You've got to be a little bit more safety conscious, and I used to book places with that in mind. So keep all of this in mind. The other thing in the playbook is you'll get to write out your travel style and your travel goals. So thinking about your budget and those sorts of things, just starting to get those cogs working. And also your travel goals, what are the types of things you want to do? Do you want to volunteer at a dog rescue place or at an orphanage? Or would you like to work in the rice fields with some locals in Vietnam? Do you want to dive with sharks or whales? Let me know, I'll come with you. Or do you want to bungee jump in New Zealand? Maybe you want to visit, friends. Think about or maybe you're looking at business opportunities. Get really, really specific and really clear on what you like, who you are, and get to know yourself. And that'll give you the clarity in your dream and planning that you need, and the chance to actually turn those dreams into reality. So as Socrates once said, to know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. All right, so tomorrow we will be covering, is your mind ready for the freedom lifestyle? Comment in the group post one thing that you've discovered about yourself as you go through this process. Shouldn't take you more than half an hour to go through it. And what is your travel style, if you want to share that? And maybe something that you hadn't kind of thought of before. And if you've got any questions, pop them in the group and I'll be there to answer them. All right, thanks so much for sticking with me. And if you're seeing this as a replay, thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.